What's up, guys? Deadpoolzilla back again, and I've done some thinking. Now with Marvel now confirming that Disney's now going to help them make a new Ultimate Spider-Man series, I've thought of maybe Marvel should have done this from the get-go after Spectacular Spider-Man instead of Ultimate Spider-Man. I think what they should have gone with and still should go with is a Spider-Man series based around the Marvel team-up comics. Kind of like the Batman Brave and the Bold series, and look how well that's doing. I mean, I love that show. It's probably on my top 10 of this of the modern age of cartoons. This would be cool. I mean, yeah, I'd like to see maybe someone else instead of Spider-Man coming out of Marvel, but maybe it would be a good success for all the other characters. Like, you could base it all around the other episode. I mean, all the issues. Like, or do your own episodes. They could have done their own episodes. Disney now has the rights to all 5,000 characters, so I would like to have seen like a series based around with all these different one-shot episodes based around Spider-Man teaming up with different characters from the Marvel Universe. Now, they could have gone with so many other different characters, and that's what Marvel Team Up was all about. Giving spotlight to other characters instead of alongside Spider-Man, who is their most popular character. I think this would be a great move for Marvel. I think this would be a great animated series. Just don't tone it down for little kids. Have Spider-Man punch people if they ever make this series. Now, who would I like to see in this series? You know, I really like to have seen like not only like characters like it separately, like not together, the whole Fantastic Four, like Human Torch, Captain America, Black Panther, Moon Knight. I would have liked to seen all them. That would have been cool. Of course, Deadpool should be in another animated series outside X-Men to have him team up with Spider-Man. I'd like to see an episode, if they ever do this, I'd love to make an episode where he teams up with Cable in the future. Or, this one, have Spider-Man team up with all his different reality selves, like in Shattered Dimensions. Have him team up and meet the entire different versions of himself. Have him meet the Spider-Man from the year 2099, his alternate team up with Spider-Girl, his daughter from another reality. Have him team up with the Noir Spider-Man, have him team up with the Zombie Spider-Man, have him team up with the Spider-Monkey. Yeah, just make a whole season-end epic with Spider-Man teaming up with all his different reality selves to fight like some reality crisis. I would have liked to see. I'd even like to see, like, you know, Moon Knight. If they ever do this, I'd love to see an episode where Spider-Man teams up with Moon Knight, or have him team up with Cable. And better yet, put him with Cable in the future. Maybe like Spider-Man could be like lost in the future after being sent there, and the only person who can help him is Cable. Another person I'd like to see, of course, but not the whole X-Men. Maybe just different X-Men all around. Like have him team with Storm in one episode, or have him team with Wolverine in another episode. That's just my opinion. Also see him like team up with the other low-class characters, like you know, I'd love to see an episode where if he could team up with Man-Thing. Also like to see him team up in an episode with you know, Werewolf by Night. I'd like to see him team up in an episode where he teams up with who was it? Oh, an episode where he teams up with Doctor Doom like he did in the comics. That'd be cool. Maybe another one where he and of course, different villains all the time. Or, yeah, of course, the villains would all be like different villains, like in Batman Brave and the Bold series. But you know, this is just a cool idea. I know Marvel's probably never going to do this, but if they ever do, people are going to like, oh, it's just a cop out. It's just Marvel's way of copying out against Brave and the Bold. But, you know, Marvel team-up could work. Maybe if you did, like, a different character outside of Spider-Man, maybe go along with The Thing. Do, like, the Marvel 2-in-1 instead of call it, like, The Thing Marvel team-up. And here's the perfect plot line for that. The Thing leaving the Fantastic Four with his girlfriend Alicia and having She-Hulk replace him on the team so he can go out and do his own thing. And just have him team up with all the characters, and just don't call it Marvel 2-in-1, because that wouldn't sound cool, or that wouldn't sound so cool on an animated series. Just call it, like, The Thing, Marvel Team-Ups, or something like that. Like Spider-Man, don't call it Spider-Man Marvel Team-Ups, call it, like, Spider-Man and his Amazing Team-Ups, or Spider-Man his Spectacular Team-Ups. That's just my thing. What do you guys think? Is this a good idea? Should Marvel actually consider doing this? And who would you guys like to see if you ever got a chance to make an episode out of this for Spider-Man? Who would you like to see Spider-Man team up in the animated series, and how would the episode go? Who would the villain be? Because I'm really interested, and I think Marvel should really consider doing a Marvel team-up animated series. That would just in my opinion, that would boost some of the franchise, the comic sales for some of their other lower-class characters, and really give, like, people would be asking, who is Black Panther? Who's this Luke Cage guy? Who's Man-Thing? I want to know more about these guys. Who's Moon Knight? Or, of course, people are going to know Deadpool, so for people who just know Spider-Man, like, who's Deadpool? Or, of course, do more of the lower class characters. Like in Brave and the Bold, people love that show, and diehard comic book fans are loving that show because it's showing the lesser characters. It's showing. I think my favorite episode in the entire series, just getting off track for a bit on Brave and the Bold. I think my favorite episode in that whole series is where it has. It's the episode Chill of the Night, where he meets Phantom Stranger and the Spectre. I think that is my favorite episode of all time. Of Brave and the Bold. That's the one. That's my favorite. Anyway, getting back to this, you could do so much of this. You could do episodes. You could have them team up with, Iron Fist. You could have them team. Yeah. I could go on and on about it, but Disney now owns the rights to, basically owns Marvel now, and it has the rights to all 50,000 characters, or 5,000, or something in the fives. Fives and a lot of zeros, basically. But, anyway, getting back on track, who do you guys think? Would you guys think this would be a cool series? Do you guys actually want this to happen? And who would you like to see in it? Anyway, this is all I had to say for this, and I hope you guys enjoyed my little rant. So, I'm out.